Have you ever tried getting up from your favorite chair, only to pause, just for a second, because your legs didn't feel as strong as they used to? Or maybe you've gone to fetch the morning paper, or walked down to the mailbox, and halfway there, you suddenly realized, you're breathing harder than you should be. You chalk it up to being a little tired. Or maybe just one of those days. But then it happens again. And again. And slowly, almost quietly. Your body starts telling you, I'm not the same anymore. Now let me ask you something else. When was the last time you felt truly steady on your feet? Like you could bend down, pick something up, and stand tall again without grabbing the wall or holding onto a chair? If any of this feels familiar, I want you to listen closely. Because here's the truth no one likes to say out loud: getting older changes your body in ways you don't always notice right away. The strength you once had in your legs? The balance that used to come naturally? The flexibility you never even thought about? They don't disappear overnight. They fade. Quietly. And if you're not paying attention, they can slip away before you even realize it. But here's the good news. You can slow it down. You can reverse some of it. And you can absolutely stay strong, steady, and mobile, well into your 70, 80, and beyond. You just need to know what to do, and how to do it safely. That's exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 most important exercises every older adult should be doing regularly. No gym, no equipment, no complicated routines. These moves are simple, safe, and most importantly, they work. Whether you're already active or haven't exercised in years, by the end of this video, you'll have a daily routine you can do right at home, in your living room, in just a few minutes a day. These exercises are the foundation for keeping your independence, your confidence, and your freedom to move the way you want to move. So stick with me, because what you'll learn today might just change how you feel in your body every single day from now on. Now, before we get started, I want to hear from you. Drop a quick comment below and write, "I'm ready," if you want to stay strong, mobile, and independent in your golden years. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel is your home for practical tips, heartfelt advice, and everything you need to age with strength, grace, and dignity. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with the most underrated yet powerful movement there is. The sit to stand. Now I want you to picture someone like Margaret. She's 74. Lived a full life. Raised kids. Loves knitting. Enjoys gardening when the weather is nice. But recently, she's been struggling with something simple: getting off the couch. Each time she leans forward to rise, she has to push herself up with her hands, sometimes with a little grunt. If she's on a low seat, she might even hesitate, looking around for something to hold on to. At first, she told herself it was just a lazy day. But one day, she nearly fell trying to stand up too quickly. That's when it hit her: if I can't get up easily now, what happens a year from now? So, Margaret made a decision. Not a big one. Not dramatic. Just one small change. Every morning, before her tea, she did this one movement: sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up. At first, she could barely do 5 without feeling winded. But she stuck with it. After a few weeks, she was doing 10, then 15. And more importantly, she no longer dreaded getting up from the couch. Her legs felt stronger. Her posture straighter. Her confidence higher. That's the quiet power of the sit to stand. And here's why it matters so much. This movement isn't just exercise. It's practice for everyday life. Getting up from the toilet. Standing from the dinner table. Rising after tying your shoes. It works your quadriceps, glutes, and core, all the muscles that keep you stable, upright, and safe from falls. Now, here's something most people don't realize. After age 60, you lose muscle mass faster than you think, especially in the legs. And when your legs weaken, your whole foundation begins to crumble. That's when getting up turns into a struggle, and staying mobile becomes a risk. But you don't need a gym. You don't need machines. You don't even need to leave the house. Because if you can sit in a chair, you can start strengthening your body today. Still, a lot of folks get this wrong. They believe strength only comes from weights or treadmills. That building muscle is for the young, or the athletic. They think, I'm too old for this. But here's the truth. The ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators of health and independence in older adults. It tells us your legs are working. It tells us your core is firing. And it tells us your balance hasn't gone anywhere just yet. And if it has? Well, this is how you get it back. So let me walk you through it right now. Find a sturdy chair. One that doesn't roll or rock. Make sure it's at a comfortable height, not too low, not too soft. Now sit upright. Plant your feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Cross your arms over your chest, or place your hands lightly on your thighs if needed for balance at first. Now, slowly lean forward just a bit. Push through your heels, engage your legs, and rise to a standing position. No jerking. No momentum. Just steady, intentional movement. Then, slowly sit back down. Don't collapse. Control the descent. That's just as important as the rise. Do this 10 times. Take a break if you need to. But aim for 2 to 3 sets per day, morning, afternoon, and evening if possible. You'll be surprised at how quickly your legs respond. How your body begins to feel more awake. And how something so simple can make you feel capable again. But let me be clear. Building strength is only one piece of the puzzle. Because strong legs won't help much if your balance is off. If your coordination is fading, or your steps feel uncertain. You could still be just one misstep away from a fall. And that brings us to the next exercise, one that focuses not just on movement, but on staying upright, steady, and in full control. It's time to turn our attention to something just as critical, but often overlooked. Your balance. Because what good are strong legs if they don't trust where they're stepping? Let me tell you about James. He's 68. Used to walk his neighborhood every morning, rain or shine. Knew every crack in the sidewalk, every corner of the block. But one day, he missed a step in his own driveway. Not a big fall, just a stumble. But it rattled him. Bad. He laughed it off at first. I must have been distracted, he told his wife. But deep down, he felt it. That little voice that said, what if it happens again? So the next morning, he walked a shorter route. Then he stopped going out on cloudy days. Then, eventually, he stopped walking altogether. Not because his legs were weak, but because his confidence was gone. That's the quiet danger of losing your balance. It doesn't always show up in a big dramatic fall. Sometimes, it shows up in hesitation, in second-guessing your own body, and in slowly shrinking your world. But here's what James learned, thanks to a gentle push from his doctor. Balance is not just something you lose with age. It's something you can train. You can build it back. One careful step at a time. And it all started with one movement, the heel-to-toe walk. Now, what makes this movement so powerful? It's simple. It retrains your brain and your body to talk to each other again. See, as we age, we lose something called proprioception, our sense of where we are in space. It's why you might clip your foot on the doorway more often. Or why getting dressed in the dark suddenly feels risky. It's not clumsiness. It's a fading connection between your mind and your movement. The heel-to-toe walk works directly on that. It strengthens the small stabilizing muscles in your ankles, calves, and legs, while teaching your nervous system to focus, balance, and correct itself in real time. It's like putting your body through a quiet little tune-up. But here's the catch. Most people ignore balance until it's too late. They think wobbling is just part of getting older. They accept the unsteadiness like it's normal. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be. Poor balance isn't permanent. It's not a sentence. It's a signal that it's time to retrain your system. And you can do that without equipment, without a gym, without needing someone to hold your hand every step of the way. So let's walk through it, literally. Find a hallway or a clear space in your home. Something flat, quiet, and safe. Now, stand tall. Shoulders back. Chest lifted. Eyes forward. Not down at your feet. Pick a spot on the wall ahead of you and keep your gaze there. Place the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of your other foot. Like you're walking on an invisible tightrope. Now slowly take a step forward, placing your heel directly in front of your opposite toes again. Move slowly and deliberately. Feel every muscle fire as you adjust. Notice your body responding, your core tightening, your legs adjusting, your feet scanning the ground for stability. Take 10 to 15 steps forward, then pause. Turn carefully, and walk back the same way. That's one round. Start with once a day. Work up to twice, maybe even 3 times. And if you feel unsteady at first, that's okay. Use a wall or counter for light support. Not to rely on, but to guide you until your balance catches up. And it will. What James discovered, just a few weeks in, wasn't just better balance. He felt more in control. More confident walking to the store. He stopped avoiding steps. He even started dancing again, with his wife, after dinner. You see, strength gives you the ability to move. But balance gives you the confidence to trust those movements. And when the two work together, something amazing happens. You begin to feel capable again. Now that your legs are getting stronger, and your balance is being rebuilt from the ground up. There's one final piece to complete this foundation. One that too many overlook. And yet, it's the key to fluid, pain-free movement. Flexibility. Let's talk about a different kind of movement. One that's not about lifting or stepping or bracing. It's about releasing. Softening. Waking up your body from the inside out. Because sometimes, what your body needs most, isn't more effort, but more ease. Let me introduce you to Linda. She's 72. Bright spirit. Loves crossword puzzles and coffee by the window. But every morning, she'd wake up with the same complaint, I feel stiff as a board. Her back felt locked up. Bending over to tie her shoes? Difficult. Turning to look over her shoulder? Uncomfortable. She wasn't in pain exactly, but her body just didn't flow the way it used to. It all felt rigid. Heavy. A little disconnected. And then, someone suggested a movement so simple, she almost laughed it off. A gentle seated stretch? That's it? But she gave it a try. 10 minutes. Every morning. No yoga mat. No floor work. No sweat. Just a chair. Her breath. And a slow, rocking rhythm. 2 weeks later, she said something that stuck with me, it feels like someone oiled my joints. She was moving more freely. Twisting easier. Her stiffness didn't control her anymore. That's the power of the seated cat-cow stretch. And trust me, it's more than just a stretch. It's a message to your spine. To your nervous system. To your breath and your muscles. It says, wake up gently. Loosen what's tight. Let's move together again. Here's what's happening under the surface. As we age, our spinal flexibility naturally declines. The vertebrae become less mobile. The muscles along your back tighten. Your posture begins to round forward, shoulders hunch, chest collapses, neck stiffens. And all that tension? It doesn't just make movement harder. It steals your energy. It affects how you breathe, how you sleep, even how confident you feel when you walk into a room. But the good news is, the spine is highly responsive. With gentle, intentional movement, you can coax it back into fluid motion. You can nourish it, support it, help it move like it used to. Unfortunately, many people skip stretching altogether. They think, stretching is for dancers or athletes. I don't need flexibility, I just need strength. But here's the truth. Mobility is what allows you to use your strength and balance without pain. It's what lets you twist to grab something from the back seat, bend to pick up a dropped sock, turn in bed without waking up in discomfort. Mobility makes life feel smoother. And when done gently and regularly, it builds freedom into your body. So, here's how to do the seated cat-cow stretch the right way. Find a solid, comfortable chair. Sit near the edge, feet planted firmly on the ground. Place your hands lightly on your knees or thighs. Now take a slow breath in. As you inhale, gently arch your back. Lift your chest. Pull your shoulders back. Look slightly upward. This is your cow pose. Imagine your spine creating a soft curve forward. Then, as you exhale, reverse the motion. Round your spine. Let your shoulders roll forward. Tuck your chin gently toward your chest. This is your cat pose. Imagine curling your spine like a sleepy cat stretching its back. Now repeat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Find your rhythm. Don't rush. Let your breath guide your movement. Repeat for 10 slow, thoughtful rounds. It's a beautiful way to start the day. Or to wind down before bed. You'll feel warmth in your spine, space in your chest, and a surprising sense of calm in your mind. And here's a little bonus tip: if you pair this stretch with soft music, or do it while facing a window in the morning light, it becomes more than exercise, it becomes a ritual. A small gift you give to your body each day. And you deserve that. You really do. So now you've got it. 3 essential movements. 1 for strength. 1 for balance. And 1 for flexibility. And together, they form the foundation of a stronger, steadier, more mobile you. But before we wrap up, let's take a moment to talk about something deeper. Because these exercises, they're not just about your muscles or your bones. They're about your life. Your freedom. Your confidence. Your ability to keep doing the things you love, on your own terms. Let's talk about the emotional side of all this, and why staying active after 60 matters so much more than people think. Let's pause for a moment and be honest. Watching your body change with age can be scary. There's no easy way to say that. One day, you're climbing stairs without thinking about it. The next, you're holding onto the railing just a little tighter. You start to notice things. The way your knees ache when you stand up. The hesitation before stepping off a curb. The stiffness in your back that lingers longer each morning. And quietly, almost without warning, you begin to wonder. Is this the beginning of the end? You're not alone in that thought. Not by a long shot. It's easy to feel like you're losing a part of yourself. Not just physically, but emotionally. The confidence. The spark. The freedom. But listen to me, please, this is not the end of your story. It's a new chapter. And you still get to decide what kind of chapter it is. This isn't about fighting age. It's not about chasing youth or pretending we're still 25. This is about partnering with age. Learning to move with your body, not against it. Giving it what it needs. Honoring where it is, without shame, without guilt, without giving up. These 3 exercises aren't just about getting stronger legs or better posture. They're about protecting your ability to live life on your own terms. To rise from your favorite chair with ease. To walk through the grocery store without fear of falling. To play with your grandkids, tend your garden, or dance in your kitchen. Without holding your breath every time you move. That's what we're talking about here. Independence. Confidence. Dignity. And here's the beautiful part, you don't need hours in a gym. You don't need to be an athlete. You don't even need to leave your house. If you can give your body just 10 minutes a day, you're not just exercising. You're reclaiming control. You're making a promise to yourself, I'm still here. I still matter. I still have more life to live. Because you do. You really do. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to move like you used to. You just have to start. Right where you are. With whatever you've got. Your body will meet you there. It will rise to the challenge. Every rep, every step, every stretch, it all counts. More than you think. So, let's bring it all together. To recap, the 3 essential movements you've learned today are, the sit to stand, to build leg strength and make standing up effortless. The heel to toe walk, to improve your balance and prevent falls. And the seated cat-cow stretch, to increase flexibility and reduce stiffness in your spine. These aren't just exercises, they're investments. In your health. In your future. In your freedom. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these movements are you already doing? Which one are you most excited, or maybe a little nervous, to try? Drop a comment below and let me know. Your story might be the spark someone else needs to take their first step too. And if this video gave you something valuable, some clarity, some hope, or even just a reason to start moving again, subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This is more than just a channel. It's a space for people like you, who want to age with strength, purpose, and joy. We post daily videos filled with practical tips, heartfelt stories, and the kind of guidance that truly makes a difference. Thank you for spending your time with me today. It means more than you know. Until next time. Stay strong. Stay moving. And as always, keep walking forward. I'll see you in the next video.